Hey there, Jefferson. That ain't very nice, talking that way to your little mammy here.
Who you calling mammy?
All in the Family was a groundbreaking American television sitcom that aired from 1971 to 1979. Created by Norman Lear, the show tackled controversial social and political issues of the time through the lens of a working-class family. At the center of the show was the character of Archie Bunker, played by the brilliant Carroll O'Connor. Archie Bunker was a blue-collar worker in his 50s who lived in Queens, New York, with his wife, Edith, and their daughter, Gloria. He worked as a loading dock foreman and was known for his gruff exterior and politically incorrect views. Archie was a staunch conservative, with strong opinions on race, gender, and just about everything else. He often referred to African Americans as colored or spades.
That's what happens when you mix black and white. 10 more seconds, he's gonna call her a nigger.
Listen to that, I ain't used that word in 3 years.
And he had a tendency to make derogatory remarks about women, immigrants, and anyone who didn't fit his narrow worldview. Despite his prejudiced and often offensive beliefs, Archie was also a complex character. He had a good heart, and his bigotry was often portrayed as a product of his upbringing and environment. He genuinely loved his family, even though he didn't always show it, and his character underwent significant development throughout the series. Archie's character was balanced by his wife, Edith Bunker, played by Jean Stapleton. Edith was sweet-natured, kind-hearted, and often portrayed as the moral compass of the family. She had a tendency to overlook Archie's flaws and tried to see the good in everyone. Her character provided a stark contrast to Archie's bluster and bigotry. Archie and Edith's daughter, Gloria Stivic, was played by Sally Struthers. Gloria was married to Michael Mike Stivic, played by Rob Reiner. Mike was a college-educated liberal and an aspiring sociologist, which frequently led to clashes with Archie. The generational and ideological differences between Mike and Archie were a central theme of the show. The show's format often revolved around the family's interactions at home, particularly in the Bunker's living room, where much of the action took place.
Okay? 1, 2, 3.
The living room became an iconic set and was the backdrop for countless heated debates and discussions about politics, religion, and social issues. The show's creators used humor to tackle these sensitive topics, and the writing was sharp and witty. One of the show's most significant contributions was its willingness to address controversial subjects head-on. All in the Family explored issues such as racism, sexism, homophobia, and the Vietnam War, which were all hot-button topics during the 1970s. The show didn't shy away from portraying the ignorance and prejudice of its characters, but it also showed moments of growth and understanding. The character of Archie Bunker gradually evolved over the course of the series. He began to question some of his deeply ingrained prejudices, especially as he formed close relationships with people who challenged his worldview.
I didn't think I was doing nothing wrong. I thought all colored people called their mothers mammy. Well, I did, Jefferson. That's what I always heard. Geez, Al Jolson called his mother mammy for years.
You see that, Louise? You see? That's what you get for inviting white.
For example, his friendship with his African-American neighbor, George Jefferson, played by Sherman Hemsley, led to moments of reflection and change. The show's portrayal of these relationships and Archie's growth as a character was both groundbreaking and impactful. All in the Family was not without its controversy. Some viewers and critics were offended by the show's humor and its portrayal of bigotry, even though the intent was to satirize and critique those attitudes. However, many others praised the show for its boldness in addressing important social issues and its ability to spark conversations about topics that were often swept under the rug. The success of All in the Family led to several spin-off series, including The Jeffersons, which followed George and Wheezy Jefferson as they moved on up to a deluxe apartment on the East Side. The show also inspired a British adaptation called Till Death Us Do Part, and it had a significant impact on the television landscape by showing that sitcoms could be a platform for discussing serious and divisive issues. In 1979, after 9 successful seasons, All in the Family came to an end. The show had made a lasting impact on American television and culture, and it remains an important piece of television history. Carroll O'Connor's portrayal of Archie Bunker earned him several Emmy Awards and solidified his place as one of the great television actors of his time. All in the Family was a groundbreaking and controversial sitcom that used humor to address important social and political issues of the 1970s. Archie Bunker, with his bigoted beliefs and gruff exterior, was at the heart of the show, and his character's evolution over the course of the series was a central theme. The show's willingness to confront divisive topics head-on and its ability to generate meaningful discussions made it a landmark in television history.
All in the Family was recorded on tape before a live audience.